What's up, guys? It's Billy here, and we are at Springfield, Missouri for Missouri Comic-Con, and right now, believe it or not, I'm with the super cool, super awesome Mr. DJ Lance. How you doing?
Hello, friends. Hey, Billy, how you doing?
I'm doing awesome. So, as you guys know, anyone who has children or ever was a child has to know what Yo Gabba Gabba was, and that's where we know Mr. DJ Lance from. And I've got to ask you, man, thinking back a little bit, what led you to that role?
Serendipity.
Right.
Like, you couldn't plan for this. It just was something that happened kind of organically. And Scott Schultz and Christian Jacobs, the guys who created it, were both like young dads at the time. And they're like, these shows for our kids are kind of not so good. And they were both in bands. So they're like, we could probably make a show with better music, and it could probably be something we would enjoy watching as well.
Right.
So that was kind of the impetus of it. So
That's awesome. So, thinking back, before you were entering into this role, what kind of things were, your inspiration? Like, who inspired you to get into music and being a TV personality and all this stuff?
well, all this was never meant to happen. I was into music,
Right.
where I was coming from. So I just came out to California to try to do music and do all that stuff. And I literally fell into this because I was doing this show on probably the first internet radio station that was in the States called Spike Radio. And through a series of events, ended up connecting with Scott Schultz, who was one of the creators. And so we did some shows together because I was in a band, he was in a band, and later it's like, hey, you want to be in a kids' TV show?
Yeah.
And it just kind of happened.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Well, when you find yourself just relaxing these days, who do you listen to?
I get that question a lot, and it's I listen to so many different things, and it's I really like David Bowie a lot.
Okay.
In January was his birthday when he passed away, so listened to a lot of him in January. And then last week in St. Louis, they did this Black Star Symphony, and it was like they did the whole Black Star album, and then like big hits like Heroes and stuff like that, and with an orchestra. So that was really cool. So I've been feeling that lately, but there's so many different things. Like, it just changes like the weather. Like, I could just make a list of like 50 things, and a week later it'd be different. I just listen to
That's so cool.
I can tell you who I don't listen to.
That's easier when you listen to a lot.
I don't know a lot of the new stuff so much. You know what I mean? Like, I'm aware of the people, but
Yep. I know. We were joking about
there's an audience for everybody, and so nothing but this is what this whole kind of Comic-Con, culture is about. People like really getting into what they want, and I think it's cool. But there's so many people that are very specific. So I don't have to like everything.
Right. That's right.
But I do like a lot, but I still can't give you a good answer.
No, that's fine. That's fine. Let's see. One last question for an event like this. Knowing all the pop culture, all the nerd stuff that we all love, if you could find yourself hanging out in one fictional universe for a couple days, where would you like to be?
Does it have to be here right now or
anywhere?
That's The Simpsons in Springfield.
Yep.
Not this Springfield, but Springfield, USA.
Right.
For sure.
See all the shenanigans Bart's getting up to.
I go back.
Yeah.
I go back with that was probably my biggest kind of obsession, and it ages pretty well.
It does. It holds up.
You don't have to watch every single one of them, but if I turn on a new one, there's still something I'm like, that's really well written.
Yeah.
There's not anything I think that you like every single thing.
Right.
I don't like every single episode of Gap. But
sure.
No, I do. I like
No, I get what you're saying, man.
Yeah, but it's Springfield's The Simpsons universe, for sure.
That's absolutely awesome. Well, thank you so much for your time, and thanks for coming out to Springfield, man.
Of course. Thank you for having me. I just want to say hello to everyone out there in the Taylorverse, especially Teddy. Here's a big high five. You guys take care, and remember, the Taylorverse is awesome!